My name is Samuel Tamiyu, the legal officer for Lonely Planet Guides Limited, and today we want to look at something very important, and that is called land titles in Nigeria. One thing that is very important is that you must get a land with a good title. Please, if the land you have currently does not have good title, you need to go and do perfection. Perfect your title so that you can have a good title, right? So what are the different titles you can get in? First of all, I need to tell you that all land belongs to the governor of each state by virtue of the Land Use Act 1978. So after the passage of that particular law, the government decided to give all land to the governor. So the governors are now in charge administering the land. So they are the ones in charge of ownership of land in Nigeria. You can have a freehold, and secondly, you can have a leasehold. Now, when it is freehold, you can just go ahead to do your certificate of occupancy or do your ratification and proceed with other processes. But when it comes to leasehold, what you are getting is, first, it can be committed acquisition, it can be global acquisition, which means that if it is committed acquisition, it means that the government wants to use it for a particular purpose. If it is global acquisition, it means that the government wants to use it but not having a specific purpose in mind at that particular time. So if it is committed, it means that you don't want to buy it. Why? Because the government wants to use it for a particular purpose, and they can come up 10 years after, 15 years after, and take it over. So be very careful when you are buying such land. Now, another one that I want to talk about is global acquisition. Global acquisition means that they are not having a specific purpose in mind. So you can still go to the government, do your ratification, and then the government will give you a title. So you can either get excision and then proceed to get a gazette. So what is excision? Excision means that the government has acquired the place before, right? Now the government has now excised it. The government has cut part of it to the individual or to a community. Now what that means is that the government will now publish it in the Gazette. The Gazette is an official publication of the government. Once it is published in the Gazette, it means that you have a good title, right? Gazette is a very good title. However, sometimes too, you can decide to, after you've gotten, if it's a global acquisition, you can just decide to do ratification and go ahead, to process your C of O. So that is also very possible. Or you can still go to the government and go and do what we call government allocation. So government allocation simply means that the government is now selling to you. So you've bought from Omonile, government will also sell to you, and then it becomes an allocation from the government, and then you can now proceed to do your certificate of occupancy. So if you buy a property that has a C of O as the title, a lot of people buy C of O and then they go to sleep. No. What you need to do is to process your governor's consent. Governor's consent means that the governor, remember I said every land belongs to the government, right? So the governor is now approving that transfer of title because somebody got certificate of occupancy from the government, right? And then now he wants to transfer to you. You have to go to the government to approve that transaction. So governor's consent is also a very good title. Now let me list them. So in Lagos, Nigeria, and other parts of Nigeria, these are some of the titles that you come by. First, you can see what we call government allocation. It can be excision, it can be gazette, that is if the excision has been published. Then it can also be certificate of occupancy, it can be governor's consent, and of course it can be free. Property Doctor TV will bring to you all you need to know before and after buying your land or house, and every property issues that you might have. So this is where we treat all those issues, right? So please make sure you subscribe to this channel and keep following us. Also go to our social media handles, Lonely Planet NG, on Instagram, on LinkedIn, on Facebook. Follow us because we post a lot of property deals that you can key into. Thank you very much, and make sure you subscribe to this channel. Put your comments below and also like this video.